Yes. So teachers, I'll take your doubts just in between the session. I know all teachers have raised hand, so I'll take the doubts. Just give me some moment. You can see over here. So we this is a P1 that we have covered. In P1, all the package in package P1 we have all the electronics components comes, right? And in P2 we are talking about rapid prototyping. And in P3, we are talking about the mechanical tools or measurement tools, right? So after this, just a second, I'll make it my screen a little bit zoom. Then in P4, we are going to talk about safety equipments. What are the safety equipments available in our lab? I think some teachers have raised hand. Let me check. Uh, Give me a second. I think there is a issue. Yes, sir, you can, those who have raised hand, you can unmute yourself. I think there is some issue. Let me. So I think, teachers, if you have raised hand, you can do one thing. You can write in the chat box. I have turned on the chat box. You can write your queries in the chat box. So I would like to request my team to please share the attendance link, or I have shared. So you can mark your attendance. Those who want attendance link, I have shared again. Yeah. So let's move to the topic. So here we will be discussing about the electronics components first. That is a package P1, right? So you have seen these kind of components in your lab right now. So there are a lot of kind of different. Even if we talk about Arduino, so Arduino is having a lot of kind of models. So we call it like it's a Arduino family. So we are going to cover these about the Arduino and on the Arduino day 6. So Arduino is having a family like right based on their uh, processor, based on their input output pins, right? So we like Arduino Lily, Arduino Mega, Arduino Uno. So there are a lot of Arduinos, but what happens, we don't know which type of Arduino we have to use and which type of Arduino we have to choose. So uh, now moving to a little bit down. So we are in the first package, we are going to discuss about electronics development, robotics kit, and IoT. So first is the LED, which is the basic component, and I hope all of you knows about LED. So LED is a light emitting diode. Basically, we use LEDs in the starting part phase when we have a new student who is a beginner, right? He or she just learn from the beginning, like from the Arduino, like how to blink an LED using Arduino board, right? So this is the first basic thing that we use. So I think most of the teachers knows, and all of you have done this Arduino circuiting in your beginning session. So it's a light emitting diode, right? So which works in between 1.8 to 3.3 volt. Now the next is how to use. So teachers, you can see in this equipment manual, there is completely they have designed this for like how to use the component and like and common applications. So I'm moving to the next one. So also there are some QR code is given in there. So you can use those QR codes to understand how to make projects using LEDs. So even if you are taking an online session for you students, you can also share these things with them, right? Now we'll talk about RGB LED. So RGB LED is something a little different from a normal LED. So RGB stands for red, green, blue. So this is a color LED. You can glow color. You can if you want to use colors in your project, so you can use RGB LED. The main thing is you have to do a little bit of programming. So you can see there's a difference between a normal LED and a RGB. There are 4 pins, right? And in that LED, simple LED, there are 2 pins. So that's the difference. So by using these extra 2 pins, you can change the colors of these LEDs. Then if you want to know, like if you want to learn more, like how to use, how to code, we will be covering. So here you can see one is cathode and one is anode, right? And the other 3 pins are red, green, blue. So if you want to if you want to glow red color, then you have to put a positive signal on this red pin, right? If you want to glow a green color, so you have to put a positive on green, and if you want to blue, then B, then N is this minus is negative for. So if you are connecting your device, if you're connecting your circuit with this RGB, this is the output part, these three are input part, positive pins, and then one is a negative pin. Similarly here, right? So these are some basic components. Then we will be moving to our next one, that is which is a breadboard. So that is a main component, or we can say, or a circuit, not a circuit, but you can use breadboard to create circuits in your projects, right? So I hope all of you know or you have done like how you have used those breadboard in your circuit. So after so I will be give you idea, like how I will be give you a training, like how to use this circuit in the Tinkercad, right? Because Tinkercad, as I already told you, Tinkercad is basically for creating virtual circuits, right? So you will be going to uh, understand how to create circuits through this breadboard. Uh, so here, if you can see, we have in the lab, we have different 3 types of breadboards available: mini or medium or maximum size, right? So it depends on the size of which type of breadboard you are using or which type of project you are creating. If you are creating a project which is a little slow, or which is a kind of small project, and it requires space, very less space, like suppose you are creating a project which is going to be, you are going to assemble in your helmet or in your hand, right? So that right, so that pocket type of projects in where we use mini breadboard. And if you are using if you are creating a big project, in that case you will be using a large a big breadboard, right? So it depends on the pins. If you can see there in this breadboard, there are a lot of pins are available. So these pins we use to create circuits. So in the upcoming sessions, we are going to understand how to use this also. Then if you here in this manual, it's already written over there, like how to use about no, so each and everything is there, the common applications, the safety measure. So we will be using, it's not like I'm just showing you how to use these components. We will be using these breadboard. We are going to do a practical. So this is a solderable board. I think you have seen this kind of board in your lab. So why this solderable board is different from the normal breadboard? So in the breadboard, what we are doing, we are just connecting the wires. We have some what we say is connectable wires, like male to male, male to female, female to male. These are 3 type of wires available in our lab, the colorful wires, I think you have seen. So these wires are easy to connect, easy to remove from the breadboard. But here in the solderable board, we do a soldering. Students can do soldering as per the, if they want to create a circuit, if they want to create a parallel circuit or series circuit, they can use this breadboard also, and they have to solder. So you can see these copper strips. So these all are copper strips, which is a good conductor of electricity and current. So the students have to do this. So if they want to learn soldering, and this is a best solderable board, right? We call it PC board, printed circuit board, right, or dot PCB. You can see dots over there. So this is a dot. So it's a open electronics board, or you can say, right, where the students can also attach components, just like they want to attach a component, like they want to attach ICs, they want to attach any microcontroller over there. Even they can create their own Arduino board by using this PCB, right? So this is the basic electronics component where you can create circuits, and it's used for soldering, right? So here you can see in this PDF, it's already there, common application, some example tasks like how to do important links are also there. If you want some extra links, you can get it from this QR code. Right. Next is we are going to talk about battery. So this is a common thing. I think all of you, every student knows about 9-volt battery or 12-volt battery, right? And there's a two terminal, positive and negative, and then it comes in rechargeable and non-rechargeable. So rechargeable is very, so why we I prefer rechargeable is like, so our students want to go in any competition. So what happens? Their battery goes down. I have seen every time in the competitions. So also I recommend you use rechargeable, so you can recharge it anytime. So there are some safety measures how to use. Do not overcharge of the battery, for do not use the overcharge the battery for long time. Some common applications are also there, right? So the next is register. So teachers, I think this is we learned in our school time, right? So register is basically used to control the flow of current, and there are some color bars are there. We call it color coding, like BB, Roy, black, brown, red, orange, yellow. This is how we measure the value of resistance, like how much this resistance can control the flow of current, right? So if we says if we'll open the chart to measure the current, right? So there are some there are a lot of calculators available on Google, which are free. So you just have to put the numbers over there, like which is the band. We call it band, first band, second band, third band, and the tolerance, right? So how to use and everything is there. Like if you want to calculate the colors, or want to know about the value of resistance in it's in the, so you can measure it in, like in ohm or kilo ohm, right, mega. So this is how you can measure. So on the Google there are some calculators available where you can just put the number of band, like first band of which color, second band of which color, and then you can calculate the value of the resistor, right? So this is the way to calculate. So here you can see how to read register value. So there is a video also to understand, like how to understand how to read the value. Parallelly, just give me a moment. I'll tell you how to calculate the value. So I hope my screen is visible. Just give me a second. I'll share my screen again. I'll show you how to measure. If the teachers don't know like how to measure, within 2 to 3 within a minute, I'll tell you from the Google how you can do this. So you have to just write RESISTOR, register color code calculator. Why it's not working? Just a second. See, give me a moment. uh, COLOUR, color code calculator. Even you can also try parallelly. So again, I'm sharing my screen. I know most of the teachers knows this how to calculate colors through manually and through calculator. So it's easy because it's available on Google, like how to calculate the value of color code. So So I searched color code or of register, sorry, color code calculator, register code. I'm sorry. So it's over here, register color code calculator, register calculator. So there are a lot of websites here there who can calculate the resistance by the color values, by detecting the color values. So here, just I have opened the first link. Now they have mentioned like all the register color code and all. Let's see there's a calculator or not. Yeah, there's a calculator. So this is the, if you want to measure color of a 4-band
देखूंगी
resistor.
करके ना तभी ये चीज एनालाइज
I'm sorry, who's this? Can you
हाँ तो
please?
फिर वो चार्जिंग की वही मतलब जो उसको वोल्टेज चाहिए जितना वो उतना वोल्टेज नहीं मिल पा रहा
Just a second, I'll mute.
सीरीज में
Yeah, ma'am, can you please mute? Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on mute. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So, so teachers, that's what I'm saying. Ki if you are in your lab, you can do one thing. You can uh, put a resistor of any resistor, and you can try also this on the same. Like if you have a resistor of 4 band, 1, 2, 3, 4. Band means colors, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if I click on 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So depending on which type of resistor you have taken from the lab, and then after that we have six, also 6 band, right? So let's suppose I'll go with the first one. The first one is green, so I have to select which color I'm saying. So this is a color bar or color code B. So read it by BB Roy. Like B, first B is 0, black, brown, R for red, O for orange, BB Roy, ROY, Y for yellow, right? So there's a code GYYG also. I didn't remember right now. BB Roy, great white, something. This is a, there's a code for that, but I didn't remember, right? So using this color methods, like the first is green, the second band is also green, the third is blue, the fourth is a multiplier, right? So this is what the first three are the colors. The fourth is for multiplier, like about 100 or 1,000. It depends on color, right? So through multiplier, we will understand it's a 1K, 10K, or 1,000K or 1M. How much does the value of that resistance? And the last one is for tolerance. How much the resistor can tolerate the current, right? So this is a silver color, right? So this is how you can calculate. Now I will check. So this resistance of this value, the resistance of this component is 55.60 k ohms, right? Tolerance is plus minus 10%, minimum 50 or maximum 61. Minimum and maximum means it can tolerate up to 10 minimum, and this is the mid value. So plus minus 10 is minimum 50K or maximum 40K it can tolerate, right? So similarly, this is the color band we are talking about, VVROY, GVY gray. It's fine. So this is how you can calculate the values. Then this is a second, is a third is a multiplier. To multiply how much it can tolerate the power, basically it denotes, right? And this is the tolerance value. Fine. So I hope now this one is clear to all, like of how to calculate the values of the resistance. So yeah, thank you, Ranjit sir, for yeah, this is what actually BB Roy of Great Britain. Just a second, I missed. Yeah, BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. Yeah, this is actually we called. I forgot that after this one. So I'll share this cheat code basically in the chat box. Just give me a second. So this will help you also. So this is the cheat code, BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. even gorgeous and smart. Thank you, Rupali ma'am. So this is depend upon you, like how you are going to nominate these words, right? And you can also teach your students also, like this is how to remember these codes, right? So being you are all are the from the back science teachers or from teaching line, so you can nominate, you can denote those names. So let's moving to our next component. So again, I'm sharing. So I would like to request teachers, if you have still like you are facing any challenge with the mic or from my end, please let me know, or you can write in the chat box. I have made the chat box enable. So sharing my screen again to our next component. This is capacitor. So I think all of you know, all of us knows about capacitor. So whenever I think you have heard, when in our home locally, when our that ceiling fan not works, the that mechanic says your capacitor is not working. So I think all we all know about the capacitor and all, right? So capacitor is basically a kind of small device which stores, you know, energy in the sense a little bit energy. So why we use capacitors to store energy, you know, and there are different types of capacitors are there in the ATL lab. So here you can see, if you teachers, I would like to also request, if you want to learn in depth more about capacitors and all, you can use Google, because there are a lot of capacitors available, like electrocapacitor, right? And then ceramic capacitor, then polarized, non-polarized, then where they some of the capacitors having positive negative terminals, some capacitors have doesn't have positive negative, right? So it depends on how much type of you know, value of capacitor you are using. So capacitor, we use capacitors similarly to stores, you know, in the circuits to store energy. Then there are some common applications are there, like fans, camera, right? So I'm not going to take much time in these basic things. I'm trying to cover a little bit something advanced. So this is DC motor. So I think we all know, in our book also we have learned about DC motors there, right? We can change that directions of motors by changing the polarity. Now this is a simple motor. I think every student knows about this motor. They always play with this kind of motors in their home, in their toys. It's available, right? So everyone knows about this motor. But when we talk about something advanced motors like gear or stepper motor, servo motor, then this is something new. So servo motor is basically, I think you have seen that students used this kind of motors in the projects. For example, I think all of you know about a basic simple project. We call it smart dustbin, right? So in the smart dustbin, I think you have seen in the competitions also, students prepare smart dustbin where there's an ultrasonic sensor, right? And they have, when they put a hand in front of the ultrasonic sensor, then automatic the lids gets open. So how the lids gets open? Because of this motor. So this motor basically works in a, you know, 90-degree in an angle. So it moves in you know, in an angle. So yeah, so we have to code this motor through Arduino, and through Arduino we can program it and we can move it. Just a second, I'll give you a little detail about. So here you can you see this black strip? There's a black 3-pin strip is there. So this black strip is used to we connect this black color ka strip with the Arduino, and there are 3 terminals. One is positive, one is negative, and the middle one is for we use it for programming, like to send signals, right? So through this signal we can control the direction of motor, like left or right. This is what we can control. And here you can see a white part. This is a rotor through which we can attach different you know, kind of we can do any attachment over there. And if you want to open any lid, you through this part we can move. So in Arduino, I'll tell you how to control. And if you want to, if you want the code also, you can use this tutorial. So I'll share this PDF with you. So if you're any student, or if even you want to create how to rotate this one, so you can follow this tutorial. So through this tutorial, so this is what you can move it, like if you want to move it like in a positive way or in a negative way. So 90-degree positive or 90-degree negative. So in any direction you can rotate. So this motor is not like you are rotating it continuously 360-degree. So you can use it in a like in a both direction. Basically, you can use. Now there are some common applications you can use in robotics arm, and I think you have seen there are a lot of robots which dance when the music plays. So in that robots also we can use such kind of motors for moving up a body or a part in a one or go and back flow, right? So here are some applications in a DVDs also we use this kind of motors. Then there are some examples and tasks to make a rotating robotics arm using a servo motor. Control position of servo motor using a potentiometer. So potentiometer is something which we can control the flow of current, right? In the home we have a regulator through which we can control the speed of a fan, right? So similarly, potentiometer is a device which is used to control the flow of circuit or a motor. So teachers, I would like to request if you can scan this QR code right now, and you can also see some examples or tasks. So right now I can't scan this because I'm not connected through let me through the mobile phone, but yes, you can scan this, and even you can if anyone want to take a test, you can scan these codes and you can find some examples, right? So teachers ask me most of the time, sir, can you please help us in creating a project? We are from a non-tech background, we don't know how to create projects, but I can guarantee if you scan these codes and you can follow the instructions, if you are from a non-technical background, even you can create projects, because the instructions are given here. It's like in a step-by-step manner. So even you can share these videos with your students, because students are smart enough. Like if you give something manual or DIY kit, they will create by their own. So the next we will be moving from this servo motor to DC plastic gear motor with wheel. So DC plastic gear motor is basically we used in our general projects. So I think most of you have seen this kind of motors when we design a moving car or chases, where we attach this BO motor. We call it BO motor, basically battery operated motor. So this is a kind of simple DC motor where these are the two pins. When you attach your battery with these two pins, this rotor will start. So here inside this yellow case, there is a geared mechanism. So this geared mechanism helps us to first convert the rotation of this motor from the direction, right? Also, there is a wheel. Just a second, it's little bit I'll zoom it out. So there is a wheel. If is there any competition and student want to create a project, they can use this kind of motors in their competition and challenges. So here is a QR code for building a robot or making a four-wheeler car using BO motors, right? So these are some basic things. Right. Then again, we will be talking about diode. So diode is basically nothing. It's a one-way directional. You can control the flow of the current. So diode is it's a general diode, right? And there are a lot of diodes available in the lab, right? So this is used to when we are creating any project or when we are doing any soldering. On that time, we will use this. So the next is just a second. transistor. So these are the basic components. So teacher, I'm not going to cover these things in detail because there are a lot of things. I'm going to cover major components. So we'll start from the electronics component. Just a second. DC jack, which I think we all know how this is. DC jack is used to connect a battery with the wire. Then this is hookup wire to increase the length. Like if you want to make a project and use electronics component, these are the jumper wires which I am talking about. So these jumper wires we use to connect breadboard with Arduino or any other component, right? Then let's move to the next one, Berg strips. So this is also the same for extension of the, like if you want to connect Arduino and want to extend the use, then this is Arduino. This is the main microcontroller, right? This is used, this is a kind of brain of a robot. So this is used to do, we can do programming over there. So there you can see there are pins, right? So these are the analog and digital pins. So we are going to discuss about this Arduino on the day 6. We have Arduino day. Over there, I'm going to give you a detailed how to use Arduino, how to do programming, and how to do coding, right? So this is what we can create any projects over, we can create n number of projects through these. So here you can see these are the analog pins, means you can get or take analog signals from here. Then we have a ground pin, 5-volt or 3-volt pin. What is the name of this? What is the name of this? That all the things we are going to cover in our Arduino day. So this is basically a kind of brain of a robot or a machine, right? You can do programming over there on C, embedded C. Then the next is about Arduino Uno. There are a lot of families of Arduino Uno. So we call it Arduino Uno. Then these are the specifications, right? About 5 or how much, it's a kind of microcontroller where it's work on at Mega 328P. And this is all the specification, right? So being a non-tech background, I know it's kind of a bit difficult to understand all these things. But from a technical point of view, this is a specification of this board. You can check how much input it take, how much output would take, right? How many inputs analog pins are there, right? So then Arduino Nano. So this is the second, it's a family of Arduino, which is a small size, compact size. You can use this kind of Arduinos when you are making small projects, right? Similarly, the thing is same. Then this is a specification of Arduino Nano. Then Mega. So as we are talking about Mega, so this is all a family. So I'll take these components in the Arduino wala day. Then this is a software of Arduino, right? Also we are going to cover these things on Arduino day. So yeah, so I'll just skip it because we have already we'll be discussing this later on. So these all are the QR codes for to understand, to learn Arduino, right? And I think Arduino we almost knows about this because we are working from a lot of era over there. Then Node MCU. So this is something different from Arduino. So Node MCU is kind of open source. It's a development board which works on IoT. So IoT is basically Internet of Things. So Internet of Things is something where you can connect your device. You can connect your a TV, you can connect your refrigerator, AC, or you can connect your motors, everything, lights on internet. Means if you are sitting in your home and you want to turn on the motor on and off, you can turn it on and off through the Arduino board, this Node MCU board. So this works on internet, right? There's an application where Blink application is there. From Blink application, when you are sitting in your home and you want to turn on the lights or turn on off the lights, you can do by this, right? So we will be talking about this in the IoT wala part. So we have one more sessions for IoT over there. We will be covering those things. Then we will be moving to the next. So here, this is the graphical presentation of the board. You can see GPIOs, right? Then we have flash, TDX signals are there, RST signal is there, flash button is there. So these all are the technical aspects that we are going to discuss in the IoT section. Then here's the specification of this board. Then after this, there are some common applications, some example tasks, measure security, how to use this one, Right. Now, moving to the next one, just a second. I'm just moving it on. Let me open the next one. So this is a our LCD board. Let me actually there's a lot of components. There are a lot of slides are there, and this PDF is taking time to load. It's an online PDF. Uh, Yeah. So I think teachers, most of you have seen this kind of LCD in your lab, or if you visit LCD 16 by 2 LCD, why we call it 16 by 2? So here, just a second. Now, yeah. So can you see over here 16? These are some 16 black color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This got 16 by 2. So this is what it's named 16 by 2. Right. Now let's discuss about the pins. So can you see over here? These are some black color, uh, uh, copper. So these are the pins through which you can control this LCD, right? So there are VCC, VSS, VDD, VERS, RW, D02, D7. These are the controlling pins. Then black light anode, black light, backlight cathode. Backlight means you can control the light of this device. So in any competition, this device is basically used to display numbers, right? If let's suppose you students made a project where the car is moving forward direction, so they can display the what they want to write, like if they want to display forward direction, backward direction, some names, any temperature. Let's suppose they have connected a humidity sensor or a heat sensor in their project, and they want to display the name of the component of that they want to display the temperature, so it can be displayed over here, right? So this is what, but they have to solder. First, they have to solder the wires over here, and then they have to connect these LCD with the project sign. So if you want to, if you can see over here, there's a full tutorial on how to use this component, right? So by using this QR code, you can learn. So teacher, one more request. I can see in the chat box, a lot of teachers is asking for sharing this PDF. Definitely, I will share the PDF. You just mark your attendance. So behalf of that, I'm able to share the attendance. Sorry, I'm able to share the PDF with you over the mail. So over here, it might be it's not possible for me, but definitely over the mail I can share, right? So in the sheet now you can see there's some specifications of this component, like how to use common applications, some example tasks. So some examples are also there. Display text on LCD Arduino tutorial is there already, right? So just a second, there are some safety measurements are also given over here. So then some important links you can find, like connect LCD board to Arduino Uno. Then let's move to something advanced, that is USB cable. So this is a common cable which is used to connect wires, right? So this is basically used to connect different boards. So there are different type of boards are there. So by the picture you can visualize which type of USB, like USB cable A, B, right? Then we have 3.0 USB mini, micro. Then we have USB type C or micro B. So these all are used in our lab. Fine. Now moving to the next one, linear voltage regulator. So this is the electronics component which is used to regulate the voltage, right? So you by attaching this component in the circuit, you can regulate the voltage. Now this is the water pump module. So teachers, I think you have, most of you have seen some water based projects when students makes in the ATL marathon also. You have seen the students are making projects based on water, like the when some sensors sense any kind of water, or any kind of moisture in the soil, the what motor starts getting on. So this motor they use inside it. So here is a connecting pins plus and minus, they, right? And this is what they can use. So there are some full tutorial how to use this water pump. Then say there are some common applications. So in the smart agriculture process, I think you have seen a lot of projects selected in competitions based on smart agriculture, right? So the same motor is used over there. Then there are some examples and tasks of these motors. Then piezoelectric plate. So this is a piezoelectric plate. Here we have two terminals with the golden one is a negative and this silver is a positive, and these two wires. So why? So already names indicates piezoelectric plate that converts mechanical energy into electrical. So when we push this plate, it converts the mechanical into a little bit electrical energy. So electrical energy is like, if it's a kind of uh, you can also check through multimeter like how much this energy is produced from this two wires through multimeter in your lab, right? So this project, basically I saw students made a project where they are using electric plates inside the they have in a kind of, they have layout a bed on the road. When the car is passing through this, or when people are walking on this, a little bit minute pulse is generating, right? So this is how they are glowing a LED. So this is where they can use this kind of projects. Now the next is common applications are also there. So every component have their common applications. So this is a main major component. We call it LED matrix module. So this LED matrix module is basically used to display names. I think you have seen so in the buses, the names are overcoming, like from which the this destination of the bus, or even in the electronics shops or in the shops you have seen it displaying the name, right? So this component is used, this 8 by 8 component. 8 by 8 indicates means there are 8 lights in LEDs in the row, 8 LEDs in the column, right? So you can display like 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. So that's what we use, this kind of components. So this is an internal diagram of the components. So there are some resistors like R1, R2, R8, C1, C2, sorry, row 1, row 2, row 8, C1, C2, C2, column 8. So inside it we have diodes. So there is a kind of, when do a programming, there is a program like on which LED you want to on, or which LED you want to make off, right? So on behalf of that, you can create any number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number you can find. So when you use this full tutorial, so why, how this actually work? I'll give you an example over here also. So it's a matrix. Like if you want to glow this LED, like if you want to make a for one, you have to glow these 1, 2, 3, 4 LEDs, right? I'll make it a little bit zoom. So how it work actually, to if you want to glow these LEDs, let's suppose from here R2, R3 and R7, you want to glow R3 to R7, then what you have to do in the programming, you have to make R2 to R7 positive, right? And the and from here only this C4 you have to make negative. So what happened? Just a second. It goes. Let me adjust my screen so that it will be visible to all of you, right? So here, so here, so everyone knows when we want to glow a LED, we have to put a positive and negative on both the terminals, right? We have to apply a flow of current from positive to negative, right? And everyone knows this is a positive, this is a negative. So if you want to glow only these buttons, these LEDs, because I already told you inside each these white circles we have an LED. So if you want to make a 1, You have to apply positive on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you have to apply a negative on this 4. So what happens? Only the current will flows from these lines and goes out from C4, right? So on this case, only one will appear. Now, if you want to make two, then you have to apply current on those diodes, which so through which you can see on two number, right? So you have to apply like this in this way, right? So this is how the colors, the light glows in this 8 by 8 ka matrix, and these all things we have to do inside the coding palette. So when you are working with Arduino, there is a software, there is a different software which will help you to glow this LED, right? And it's not so difficult. I'll bet you. I'll because I have also made this project, right? And there is a kind of, there's a software or web page which, right over there, you just have to select what you want to make, right? So this is a 8 by 8 LED matrix, and even you can connect two 8 by 8 LED matrix together, and you want to display a name like welcome to ATL Lab or something, you can create by using this 8 by 8. Now the next is Bluetooth module. So Bluetooth module, everyone knows, in our mobile phone we have a Bluetooth device which is used for communication. Same Bluetooth device is this. Now the difference is, in mobile we have an inbuilt Bluetooth. Here is the we have a hardware. Now if you can see, there are six pins over there. The six pins are like the first one. This is the enable pin, positive pin, ground pin, transmitter and receiver, and this six is the state pin. Right. So already the names are there. The first is enable key to enable the Bluetooth. Right. VCC is for 5 volt positive. G is for ground, then two pins are transmitting and receiving. If you are receiving something from the Bluetooth, we will use RX. If you are sending something, we will use TX, and then just state pin. Right now, the pins configuration is also there. Pin out configuration. So teachers, there are two type of Bluetooth device available in the market: H5, HC05, and HC06. Right. So here you can here you can see this is a pin configuration of HC05, right? And now the best part is, through this Bluetooth, you can control anything. Like if you want to make a project where your car is moving through your remote or through your device, by using this Bluetooth, you can send signals. And even if you want to connect your mobile phone, your Android phone. So I'll give an example. Let's take it as an example. You have a mobile phone and you want to display something on in this display, right? You want to display 2 3 from your Android phone, or we have a LCD module also, right? And if you want to make a attendance board or something over there, notice board, so you can write anything in your mobile phone, it will comes display on the LCD display, LED matrix display. How it will happen? Just because of Bluetooth module. Bluetooth module helps you to connect electronics devices through your Android phone, or even Bluetooth helps you to connect the devices between, in communication between the two devices, right? So how to use, these are some common applications about microcontroller, data logging applications, wireless robotics, right? So these are some common applications, and here are some examples of where we can use Bluetooth device. Now Bluetooth device. Uh, just a second. I'll take a little bit break. Just let me know. Am I audible? I think I can see some teachers have raised this. My voice is a little bit slow. Am I audible or still it's slow? And anyone can unmute. Or I'm
You're
going fast.
audible.
Audible, sir.
Audible, sir.
You are audible, sir. You are audible. Volume is low.
Not
I think I have to
very
change
Hello,
my headphone.
sir. Volume is
Yes,
too low.
I have to
very
return it
clear.
back.
We are not able to listen to you, sir.
My voice is low. Okay, thanks for this. So definitely.
Almost
Audible,
clear.
sir.
Yeah, so this is all about the components and all. Yeah, because if we are moving to directly to the coding part, I know this will become a little bit difficult and you will lose the interest, right? So before moving the coding part, that's
Hello,
my
huh?
perspective. If we will be
Yeah, how?
understanding how about the components and all, then definitely we will be learning about how to do coding part, right? So because the first thing is whenever we are working with the ATL lab, we have to understand the equipments, because without knowing the equipments, the coding is kind of we will never know ki for which component we are doing the code part and which component is used for what purpose. So volume is low.
Hello?
Let me set
Hello, please do something.
my
Hello,
volume.
sir. Your
We are
volume
not able to
is
listen you.
perfect. Your volume is
I'll do
perfect.
one thing.
Yeah,
You
it is
all
audible.
teachers, all teachers,
Hello?
use the headphone, please.
Yeah,
Use
it's
the
very
Sir,
headphone,
volume
please.
is okay.
Your
Volume is okay.
volume is perfectly right.
We can use it.
Please,
From the
teachers use the headphone.
from the beginning, my volume is fine. I hope now it's also audible.
Yes, sir.
So might be teachers. I think there's a network because I can see a lot of people are saying volume is very low, sound not clear. I don't know it's from my end or from.
Volume is
I think
okay, sir. Get volume okay.
Sir, from that side, from them side, they are not using the headphone.
This
That's
problem is
why
client side,
volume is not getting clear.
not outside.
Okay. So, yeah, because some of the teachers are saying voice are excellent, some are saying voice not audible. Because I'm now confused. It's kind of confusion for me. It's from my end or what happened. No issues. I'll connect my mobile phone and I'll take from here. Just a second. I'll carry forward it from here through my mobile phone. Just a second. Give me a moment. Voice is clear. ठीक है,
No
ठीक है.
need, sir.
So fine.
No need.
Thank you. So I'm muting teachers, all of you. So to avoid disturbance, just pardon me. So I'm sorry. I'll can't take your doubts in between the session because please allow access the external PCB. It's clear audible. Okay. So okay, I'll try to speak a little loud. Now this is a 7-segment LED display. So this is again LED 7-segment display. I think we all know this 7-segment in the calculator also we generate numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And even if you want to if students are creating a project where they want to display numbers, right? So they can use this project. Now how to work with this project, how this project operates. So here, teachers, you can see on my screen, there is a pin diagram or the diagram of this 7-segment display. So from here, from beginning one, there are E, D, COM, C, DP. Then we have G, F. So these are the pins which we use as we call it as a positive pin. Like so, can you see here A, B, C, D, E, F, G? I'll make it a little bit zoom. You can go through the descriptions, pin descriptions later on, but I'll directly explain you how it actually works. So these two pins are common pins, 8 number and 3 number, which we call it as a ground pin. And these other pins, this 6 pin is, so the 7 pin is basically for to display this light. The 6 number pin is basically to display this light. Similarly, the 4 number pin is basically to display this light. And 2 number pin is basically to display this light, and this is how it goes on. Now if you want to make one number, like if you want to display one number only once, for one you have to glow B and C. So B and C means you have to apply a positive current on pin number is 6 and pin number 4. Rest you have to make 0. When you make all 0, everyone will be gets off, only B and C will be on, and you can see number 1. Right. Similarly, if you want to make 2, so for 2, what you have to do, you have to blow A, B, G, E, D. This is how it makes 2 number. So for A, B, G, E, D, we have to apply a positive current, or we can say a positive pin to A, B, then G, then D, and E. Rest you have to make it as a 0 or no signal. So you have to apply signal on only those pins. This is how you can generate numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. right? So this is the way to generate numbers on open. Right. Now let's move to the next component. But I would like to request teachers because it's a a lot of things are there. So you just have to go through when you are doing self-learning. You can just use this PDF as a reference, and through this you can create. And even if you're still facing a doubt, you can use tutorials from here. And there are a lot of tutorials are available on YouTube also. Right. So this is as an online teaching, online training. I can help you on this part. But if it's a offline one, and when we do a offline training, definitely we will be doing a hands-on also. But I'll give you a little idea like how to use these components. So safety measures are there. Some examples are there like how and where you can create counters also. Let's suppose there is a project where we are making a counter, to count numbers, how many cars goes inside the parking, how many car goes out from the car parking area. There is a sensor to calculate those number of cars, and it will display on the this 7 segment this display, right? So this is a 7 segment what you use. Now let's move to our next component, that is GSM module. So I think all of you know about GSM. I think we call it also in the last 7, 8 or 10 years back. We have, I don't know now it's there or not, but on that time we call it which type of SIM card you are using in your mobile phone. It's a GSM SIM or a CDMA SIM, right? So GSM and CDMA also we have some these topics in our engineering college. We have some in our mobile book. We have a topic GSM, that is Global System for Mobile Communication. So this is what we use GSM component. So this type of component is already available on your lab, right? And you can insert a mobile phone SIM here in this slot. This is the GSM antenna, right? And now if you want a prototype, if your students for ATL, they want a ATL marathon, they want a prototype where I'll give an example with this project, like where actually it's used, right? So this is a systematic diagram, right? Now, where we use this this component, so there in ATL marathon, you have seen that some students made a safety device, a girl safety device, child safety device, or right. So that type of projects we use this kind of components. This component is basically used to send SMS on your mobile phone, right? If a child is in a kind of any place where they want to make a safety equipment prototype, right? So then they can use GSM module which works with a 2G SIM. So they can receive voice calls also from the external phone or electrical microphone, right? Then they can send or receive SMS on these their prototype through mobile phone. So this is where we can use this device GSM module. Fine. So I hope you all can relate this prototype with the projects. Now the next one. Let it be just a second. Now next one is GSM module we have covered. Examples are there. Some important links are also there, like SIM 900 GSM module YouTube video is there, right? So I think everyone is there. I don't think now after this training you have to be dependent on someone's training. So it's completely a self-learning. It will become, right. So it's a GPS module. Now we have talked about GSM. Now it's a GPS module. So GPS is already we know global position system, which is helps you to navigate you through the satellite, right? And I think we all know that in Google, I think you all know that in Google Maps we use GPS, right? So everyone knows it's GPS is used for tracking, right? So in the ATL marathon projects, have seen the students are using GPS module to track the location. They are making smart devices where they can track everyone's like if I'll give example also again. That students have made a project where they want to apply a GPS module in buses to track where the students are, the school bus is there, right? Or safety purpose also they can use GPS module. So this is a antenna and these are the pins TX, RX, VCC and ground pin is there. So it's a very simple module, right? And there is all again code about the programming part, about the coding part, right? How to use everything is already there, right? So then after this we have let's move to the next one. Light diode emitter. I'm not going to take this one. These are some basic components. So I would like to request teachers, you can just have a look on these components because there are a lot of things that is still pending and I want to cover those things. So this is a LDR module. LDR module is basically light dependent resistor. So I think you have seen that when in the street lights, it automatically turns on and off just because of light LDR sensor. It depends on the light's intensity, right? Then we have, these are some common applications of LDR. Then we have our next component, just a second. So this is a keypad. I think most of you have seen this kind of prototypes where if you want to make a security system where they have to enter a number to open any kind of project. No? So here is a keypad. Even students can make calculator also by using this keypad module. So this is also used to take in, it's an input input device for taking numbers from the user. Now joystick is basically to control any kind of robot, or you can control or anything. It's an input device again. Then we have the next active buzzer. It's used for creating sounds basically. Like if you are making any alarm based project. Then this is a motor driver module. So this is used to control the directions of a motor. So why this is important, I'll tell you. When the students are making a project where they want to control the motors, like to control the position of a motor, how much motor have to go forward, how much motor have to go backward. On that case, they have to use this kind of module. So here can you see this DC motor A output, DC motor A. So I'll just give me a second. I'll make it a little bit zoom. So DC motor A is basically to connect 2 pins of DC motor plus minus over here, 2 pins of DC motor plus minus here, right? And these 3 is for connecting the batteries, right? And after that, you can see here this one N1, N2, N3. These pin. Just a second. This is a pin. This pin is this pin we have to connect through the board, through the Arduino, so that when Arduino sends a signal, like Arduino wants to rotate motor, DC motor A. So Arduino will send a signal to this board, and this board will only rotate this motor, right? And after 2 seconds, Arduino wants to stop the motor A and want to turn the motor B on. Then this motor will help to turn the motor B on. Now, what is the use of this motor? Is basically it regulates the power, right? It regulates the power, and there are a lot of features actually of this board. So directly, if you going to connect Arduino motor with the Arduino, it will not work because the DC motors required more power, right? It won't be working. It will not work on 5 volt. It requires more power. So for that, we will apply 5 volt ka power on this board. 12 volt ka power on this board. This external 12 volt will help us to rotate these motors A and B, right? So that's what we use this motor driver when we are creating any project related to any working motor based projects. Sound playback module is basically to play the sound of any recording, right? And then we have our next component, which is vibrator motor. So vibrating motor, I think you all know that when any call comes on your mobile phone starts vibrating. So this kind of motor is there inside our mobile phone, which helps in vibrating. So this is what generally for vibrating the device. Timer IC is basically a timer ICs to produce timings in the right. So give an example again. So let's suppose you want to turn on the motor for 5 seconds, you want to turn off the motor after 10 seconds. So on that we use timer ICs to generate pulses, to generate timings, right? It's a pulse position module. So being a technical or non-technical, I'm just trying to cover all the aspects. So I know for being a non-tech, it's a kind of little bit difficult if I'll talk about in depth. But yes, those from a IT or science background, they have understanding of these things, right? So the next is just a second. Again, I'll move it to the next one. Button switch set. So these are the buttons which is used to turn on and off. Slides buttons are there, right? Push buttons are there. So this is all used to provide input when we are making a project and we want to start something, or right. So over there we use these kinds of components. Then capacitive touch module. Capacitive touch module is nothing. This is basically kind of, you have to touch kind of like in let's give an example. In the mobile phone also we have some buttons. When we touch any button, on the basis of touch, it sends some signals, right? So this is what we use this component. Then the next is how to use. Common applications are there of this capacitive touch button for mobile phones. It's there. If you can see, for mobile phone we use a capacitive touch, kind of sensors are there. Then next to the main component, because there are a lot of components. I think it's now we don't have much time to cover all these basic things, right? This is a touch sensor. Now move to the main one. Just a second. I'll little bit move down. But these are the basic components which we are using in our lab. Let me open. So this is a accelerating vehicle accelerating. Just a second, I'll open this also. Yeah, so this is also a sensor, we call it triple axis accelerometer. So this is also one of the important component. So why we use this component? Basically, this component is used for accelerating. Like let's suppose students are someone is playing game on their mobile phone, right? So when they tilt their mobile phone left and right, so that according to that, their game or their car moves, right? So you can also control motors and all through this accelerometer, right? So we have covered a lot of sensors here. So now I'm going to cover some mechanical tools, because just give me a moment. I'll share this PDF with you, but don't worry. I think I can see a lot of teachers have raised this thing. Sir, please share the list. So definitely I'll share behalf of based on the attendance, I'll share on the mails to all of you with the assessment. And please teachers, one more thing, assessment is important for the certification part. So depending on like how much we have done, so in total I will be sharing a total of 5 assessments throughout these 10 days of training. So out of 5 you have to attend 5, right? Now let's talk about 3D printer. So 3D printer is also one of the major component we have in our ATL lab. Just a second, I'll open. I think it's taking a little bit time. This page is taking a little bit time. I think I have to refresh it. Just give me a second. This is the temperature sensor that we have. Let's move to the next package, that is P2. Give me a moment. I don't know why it's taking a little bit time. And there's a lot of pages actually, so it's taking a little bit time in opening the PDF. So this is what, these all are the components that are available in the lab. Now let's talk about 3D printer. So 3D printer, so teachers, as you know that we have a separate session also for 3D printer where we are going to discuss in detail about these components, what is nozzle, what is frame, what is cooling fan, printing bed, display screen. Also, we are going to cover some challenges like we face some problems in our lab. Sometimes what happens, the nozzle stuck in the PLA filament stuck in the nozzle, right? How to repair that part. So that also we are going to discuss in our 3D sessions, right? So I'm not going to discuss in depth about the 3D printer over here. We will take this on 3D day. Then we have UPS in our lab, which is for backup. Then filaments, how many type of filament are there in the market, about their boxes, right? Then we have mechanical or uh, electrical and measurement tools. Let's discuss about this one. So let me move my screen. So this is the first thing, right? We call it hacksaw. I think everyone knows about hacksaws for cutting the wooden part, right? If the students are making a wooden project, they will use this hacksaw. Then these are the safety equipments, and safety equipments are also there. Then pliers. So there are different type of pliers are there in the lab. Bend nose. So depending on the application where we are using, let's suppose you want to open a bolt or something, you want to cut a wire which is inside a place where this kind of pliers are not able to we are not able to insert, right? So there we use bend nose. Then wire stripper is used to cutting wires, right? Then long nose. So these are some different kind of pliers we have in our ATL lab. Then again we have uh, uh, tweezer set. So these are other tweezer sets. So what are the applications, why we use these tweezer sets in PCBs, right? So there are type of tweezer sets are there, about how much dimension is there, and then how to safety measures are also there. So in every component you can see a safety measure of those components. Now hammer. So there are different type of hammers are there in the ATL lab. Ball pin hammer, or mallet based hammer, right? So nose, so this is what different type of hammers are there in the lab. Then C clamp. So C clamp is used to basically hold a component. If you want to cut something, a piece of wooden, you can put it over here. You just screw it from there, just tight it, and you can any part. Even you can put it, place it with the table, and then you can use. So this is the use of C clamp. Then Allen key. Allen key is also one of the important tool which is used to open any kind of a bolt, or to screw the bolt, or you can tight or loose the bolt. So there are different types of Allen keys and their measurements, and short arms, long arms. This is called long arm, this is called short arm. So the length is there like 91 mm and 15 mm. It's called 1/16 inch hex size, right? So this is how you can identify which type of Allen key we are using. So this is also, we can use this also in printer also, like in 3D printer. If you want to open a 3D printer, we can use this hex Allen key. Now there's a YouTube link how to use this Allen keys in the lab. Now the major one is a drill machine. So I think everyone knows about this drill machine, and this is called bits. So drill bits are basically depends on the size of like which type of hole you want to do. Then there is we have a Bosch. I think in most of the ATL labs we have a Bosch kind of drill machine. This is called, we call it chuck. So over here you can you can fix the drill bit set, right? You just open this one and rotate in anti-clockwise. Then this mouth will open, and over there you can fix a drill bit set, and then just tight it. Make sure to before using it, please ensure to use every precaution, because it's dangerous to use if you are not, because students are not know how to use this properly. So make sure if a senior person will use this to in the classes, right? And this is one of the dangerous kind of tool. So we have to be very sure while using this drill bit set. Then you can rotate in direct, you can change the direction also, like clockwise or anti-clockwise, right? So there are some common applications like to make holes in the wall or in the wooden or in the metal plate. Then how to use drill machine, there's a video also. Drill working station. So this is a drill working station. I think most of the labs having this drill working station. You have to fix this drill machine inside the drill working station, and you can, by using this uh, lever, you can make it up and down. So I'll make it a little bit zoom. Just give me a second. So you have to place any object on this part, right? This is a benchmark basically. Let me make it a little bit clear to you so that it's visible to all of you. So this is the get on the bed, and then by using the lever you can make it up and down. So you have to fix this drill set in the inside the this working station, right? Now the next one is spanner. So I think everyone knows in our day-to-day life we use spanners to open the bolt, right? So there are different kind of spanners are there in the lab according to size. Then this is the vice normal. So vice normal is same. If you want to cut any wooden part or metallic part, you have to place the metal or object inside the jaws. This is a fixed jaw and it's a movable jaw. You can move it up in this direction, and after fixing it, you can cut any object. Then we have a screwdriver set. This is a common thing that I think everyone knows. To open and the nuts bolts, we use screw. Then we have some cordless rotary. So this is a motor based rotor, which can rotate 30,000 at a speed of 30,000 rotations per, right? And how to use all the applications are still here to grinding the wooden metals, or sorry, wooden piece or metal. This is an air blower. For cleaning purpose, we use air blower. Then we have the next is we have file set. So file set is basically to use a cleaning for finishing purpose basically. So if you have any wooden piece or a metallic piece, basically we generally use it for wooden piece, the file set to clean. Then we have flexible mat. So if you are creating any project, you can use this flexible cutting mat. You can put it your objects over here. Then marking is also there. Then the next is we have let me open pegboard. This is one of the important thing that we have in our lab. You can organize all the components over the pegboard, right? You can place all the tools, and you can it's a size like 24 by 24 inch ka size, or might be it's different in your lab. So you can arrange all the components, general purpose components that are used over here, right? And then we have hot glue gun is basically for pasting purpose, right? This is, I think all of you know about the hot glue gun. Then we have, I'll make it a little bit down. So we'll talk about safety purpose also. Let me just a second. So PDF is huge. Actually, it's taking a lot of time in loading. So the next we have swing kit. So I think in the schools we have this kind of swing kit also. So as a part of art and craft, it's like students also have to understand like how to use this machine, right? So earlier it was not there in the previous labs. I guess it was not there, but in the new list it was there to have this. So I saw that this swing machines in some of the lab, right? Then we have the next is let me open this page. Sandpaper, everyone knows it's used for finishing. So these all components basically used in equipment like safety purpose, for the safety purpose, power plug. So I guess this all we have covered, and I think all these things we know about, basic things. So this is all about the material and list. Also, we have covered some electronics components over there, like uh, what is LED, and about the Tinkercad circuits we have not covered, but yes. So as we know, breadboard, I already told you, breadboard is for connecting. We want to make a simple project, right? If you want to connect all these electronics components, so over there we use. So I'll just give you a little bit about the Tinkercad before moving to our next day's topic. I'm just going to show you about the Tinkercad so that you will be prepared, and we are going to learn more about the Tinkercad circuits and all. Just a second. So I'll write over there in the Google. It's Tinkercad. Tinkercad, you have to search. So you can see the first application. This is a Tinkercad create 3D digital designs. So I think most of the teachers knows about it, but there are a lot of new features are there in the Tinkercad where you can create classroom also, just like Google Classroom, and you can ask your students to submit projects over there, right? So in the Tinkercad, you can do a lot of things. The one is you can design circuit over there, and also you can design 3D models over there. So you can see over there my screen. I have designed some 3D objects. Like I wrote ATL lab. I designed ATL lab. This is a text. This is a mug with a square shape, right? And there are a lot of things. Now the second is circuits, right? Then third is code blocks. Through code blocks also you can do. So we'll be talking about circuit design. So in the Tinkercad, first you have to create your ID, right? You have to create your ID. I have already created my ID, but you can also sign up. So after signing up, this board will appear. This dashboard will appear. Now here, there in the designs, there are three options. The one is the 3D. Second is a circuit, and third is the code block. Code block is basically we have some blocks through which we will be creating any project, right? So we are going to discuss about circuits. So I have clicked on circuits, and in circuits I will go on create new circuit. Can you see over here? I'll make it little bit zoom, this one. So this is a create circuit, right? So there are three options as I already told you. The one is the 3D, means you can design 3D objects. The second is the circuit. The third is the code block, right? So after clicking on the circuit, just choose create button. When you click on create button, it's asking what you want to do: circuits, 3D designing, or code block. I'll select circuit. So let me open this one. So this is a circuit. Over here you can create a lot of things. So this is a Tinkercad basically, right? Over here these are the circuits. So we are going to discuss about the how to make projects virtually. Similar way, when you will understand how to create circuit, because teachers right now what happens, see, right now it's a virtual training, and don't have physical components in our hand. And sometimes what happens, students are at their home and they don't have the components, ATL components, right? So we prefer them to use this website. Through this website they can create virtual projects, they can create virtual circuits, they can do wiring, they can connect sensors, they can connect battery, resistor, LED, everything they can connect. They have to use all these things from the options given here, and then they can simulate a project. Even they can do coding also. If I'll click code now, I can do code also over here, right? So this is what we are discussing. So let's suppose this is a LED. I have to do one thing. I have to put a LED over here. I'll click and drop over here, right? I want to connect a resistor. I'll click, I'll connect a resistor also over here. I'll want to connect a battery. I'll connect a battery over here. And then I'll want to make a connection. So what I'll do, I'll connect over here and negative over here. Now when I click start simulation, you can see this LED is glowing. Oh, wait. Where it gone? Just a second. Stop simulation. I don't know where it's gone. Let me check. I think it's no issues. We'll create one more. I think it's deleted, or I'll click this one undo. So we'll make one more. We'll make one more. I'll use this LED over here. Attendance link. I would like to request my colleague to please share the attendance link in the chat box. Yeah. So teachers, you can see over here I have dropped a 9-volt ka battery. I don't know, just let me check my screen. So I think it's freezing right now. Let me refresh my screen again. We'll create a new project. There's, I think, something with the web page. So teachers, I would like to request before as we have 10 minutes left, I would like to request you can mark your attendance. Also, we have a feedback form in the group. You can please, we will be requesting you to please, you can fill those two things. Again, after your attendance, we will be able to share the today's assessment link with you. And I would like to request everyone to please just a second. So I'll do one thing. I'll request my colleague. You can drop the feedback, assessment in the group, so that the teachers, those who want, they can fill. They can take the link from here in the assessment group. Sorry, in the group they can take the assessment one. So teachers, actually, this is the what I'm connecting LED with a battery. Now you can see this is how I created a simple circuit. When I click on start button, I think we have to increase the value of resistor because it's not glowing, right? Let me check. I'll delete this battery from here, and I'll use a simple battery over here, not this one. I'll take a different battery of 1.5 volt over here, right? And I'll connect this negative and anode with positive, and then I'll play. So now you can see this bulb glows. Now see. So this is a simple circuit actually, right? But if we connect, if you want to do a Arduino programming over here, you can also do the same. So that we will be going to discuss all these things in our next coming in the teachers training, right? So before moving ahead, we have shared so assessment, you can submit it by today evening, right? You can submit it by today evening. And as I already told, I'll be sharing Tinkercad link in the chat box. You can access the link Tinkercad tinkercad.com, or you can type. I'll share the link also in the chat box. So by using this, you can create a simple circuit, and you can share with us a photograph over the. So I have shared the link of the Tinkercad. Just a second. So you can take the link from there. Also, I will be sharing the links of these. I will be sharing the link of these things over mail. But I would like to request, please mark your attendance, and in the just a second. Yeah. So in the chat box, you can see two links I have shared. The one is the attendance form. The another is the uh, Tinkercad software I have shared. So I would like to request my colleague also, please share the link of the uh, assessment form also. Rohan, please share the assessment form link. Just let me check. So I'm sharing the assessment link also in the chat box. So in the chat box, you can find teachers. The assessment link is there. So I hope now it's so assessment link I have shared in the chat box. Uh, So there are some general questions even you can use, and you can fill. And this assessment form will be closed by today by 12 p.m. Sorry, 12 a.m. You can check the assessment form is working now, and there are some general questions point wise, and one Tinkercad based circuit, any circuit as per your knowledge, like if you know any series circuit, parallel circuit, so that you can submit a picture over there. Just click the picture of a right. It's 12 a.m. You have to done, yes. So here again, I'm sharing all the links together. Just a second. Attendance is compulsory, because through attendance we will be able to communicate with you, right? I'm not going to share this in the group, the attendance form and all. So, and I hope now this is working. Now the link is working. So in the chat, you can see. Now again, I'm sharing the assessment and attendance link, and also I'm sharing the Tinkercad dashboard link. You can search Tinkercad on the Google. So teachers, you can see I've shared, I think I've shared with someone personally. Okay, let me make it open to all of you. feedback form, yeah, definitely. Rohan, can you please share the feedback form also? So teachers, you can see assessment link I have shared, attendance form I have shared. Let me check. I'll share the feedback form also. Give me a moment. So I'm sharing feedback form also, teachers, in the chat box. Please requesting you all the 3 things that I have shared. And also I will be sharing the link, the recording link after this session with you all. See. So feedback form I have shared in the chat box. Let me check. So in the new feature, yes, the new feature we'll be talking in the Tinkercad session. Nikunj, we will be talking about the new feature of this Tinkercad in the upcoming sessions, right? Where we are going to discuss about all these things in detail. Yeah, chat, the PDF I will be sharing over the mail, but I'll just give me some time. I'll share over this. So again, I'm repeating, I'm sharing those links, assessment form link, attendance form in the chat box. So you can get all these links from here. So again, I have shared the assessment link, which is closed, which will be closed by 12 a.m. in the night. Then we have attendance link. I hope you all have marked your attendance. Then we have a feedback form. So this is the first assessment form. Also, teachers, I will be taking a photograph with all of you. I would like to request you can turn on your camera so that we can take a day 3 photograph. Yes, I can see a lot of teachers over here. Just keep me on hold. I request my colleague also to please click pictures. And also teachers, if you have created a post and you have uploaded on your school's Facebook page, I would like to request, please share those links with me so that I can use it and I can share it with the social media handles. So if you are posting on your school Facebook page, please tag Learning Links Foundation or tag hashtag, or mention them. ATL mentioned Niti Aayog or Dell Technologies. You can mention teachers training, 10 days of teachers training. Also, you can share those links on me personally so that I can use those links as a media mention. Yeah, so you can even you can share those links. I will definitely try to share your links in the groups also after these 10 days. So the best post I'll feel, definitely I'll try to share this with the in the group with others also, and with for our record. So thank you for taking us time for day 3, and tomorrow we will be going to learn more about the circuiting. We will be going to learn about more about the programming part. So in today's session, we will have understand about electronics components, about the use of those circuits, how to use those components. We have understand something about Tinkercad, but we are going to learn more about Tinkercad on the upcoming sessions. So on day 4, tomorrow we will be going to learn about mobile app development, where we are going to learn how to create mobile applications. We are going to do a practical, we are going to make a live application, and also I will be sharing some links, prerequisites, like what are the needs, what are the things that is required to develop those mobile apps, right? And it's a simple, easy to use block based mobile application, right? So I know most of you have attended those mobile application sessions, right? But tomorrow we are going to create a project that where we are going to make a calculator, a live calculator, where an Android APK calculator, where you can calculate plus, minus, divide, all right, all these things you can do, so that we are going to understand also how to make first step. So I would like to request, if it's possible, you can join through two device, like one from one you are attending, from other you are creating your uh, application. So request other teachers also to join, so they can help you parallelly in designing that APK. So this is a complete hands-on training of 2 hour tomorrow we are going to do. So that's it. For that we require one mobile phone also, where you can do a live testing. So in the system we are creating a mobile application. Parallelly in mobile phone we can see the live application running in our mobile phone. So this is what a laptop and a mobile phone is a must, and a proper internet connectivity, right? So we'll be meeting tomorrow. And so tomorrow again, as I shared, we are going to learn about the complete 2 hours mobile app development. Then upcoming days, we are going to understand different sensors, how to use sensors, and then we are working with AI, right? So this is our the upcoming topics that we are going to cover. So I hope teachers, you all have taken the screenshots, and I would like to request you can also put it on social media handles. So moving ahead, I think teachers have raised hand. You can ask questions. I am going to unmute. And teachers, thank you for joining us. Yes, so I'm going to unmute the teachers. You can...
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
There is a query on my side. Compliance grant and access grant and utilization certificate related.
Hello, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So there's a query on my side. How can we access compliance grant and utilization certificate related session recordings?
You want compliance and utilization certifications regarding?
Utilization certificate, grant related and compliance related session recording, that particular
Okay.
session.
Got it. So you have not, are you in the group? We have WhatsApp group.
No, I am not in the group.
Have you registered for this teachers training 10 days program?
Yes, I have registered.
So I'll do one thing. After we cover 10 days of training, I'll share all these 10 days of training to all the registered participants over there.
Via mail?
Yes, via mail, I'll share. Also, if you are marking your attendance on daily basis, I'll sharing attendance also over there.
Yeah, attendance have been done.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So over there also I'm sharing recordings on daily basis.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Sir, I have a query.
Yes, ma'am, please ask.
सर एक्चुअली आपने अभी जो टिंकर कैड का बताया कि यहाँ पे हम जो भी सर्किट बना रहे हैं उस सर्किट को कनेक्ट करके स्टिमुलेशन करना है, तो वो वर्किंग कैसे होगा, हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि वो वर्किंग प्रोजेक्ट बन भी रहा है या नहीं?
मैं आपको बताता हूँ मैम, देखिए द
हाँ
डिफरेंस
सर,
इज yeah, so the difference is if you are creating a project on Tinkercad and you want to check it's working or not, so the best part of Tinkercad is it works actually the prototype works. See, if you're working in your lab, if you are connecting sensors or resistor or transistor, any component, right? Right, whatever the results you are getting over there, the same results you will get over there. It will show you an error, or right, even you can do a coding part also. So the best part of Tinkercad is you don't have to work with the hardware part. Everything is on the simulation is there. You can get a picture of Arduino, you will get a picture of sensor. You just have to drag and drop and do the coding, and it will give you an exact result that this one. So ma'am, Rimi ma'am, what we will do, you will be going to in the next upcoming sessions, I'll giving you a live demonstration, and I'll give you how to connect, how to you work with Tinkercad. So stay tuned with us. We will be working. And I think I know a lot of teachers over here which who have attended my previous sessions, not these 10 days, but before that also. I can recognize some of you. Yeah. So any other teacher who want to
Sir, are you sending a today meeting recording link?
in the with the registered participant, those who have marked the attendance. Those who have marked attendance. Yes. Next. Any other question?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, this is a good session. We want to some basic trainings on active arrangement, making a models one by one session. Is that
On
is possible, sir?
models. Definitely. So in the upcoming session, please be stay tuned with us. We are going to create small projects, right?
Ah, yes, sir.
Uh,
Ah, yes, sir.
yes, definitely, sir. Definitely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Any other question,
Good afternoon, sir.
Namrata? Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. You are audible, Navratan Singh. Please.
Yes, thank you, sir. Sir, my question is that it's a basics offline training for the Atal mentors also and for Atal in charge also. You provide also offline training?
Open training means offline training.
Yes, sir.
Offline training, see, I'll tell you one thing. This is a pan-India training, pan-India teachers
Okay.
training, right?
Okay.
And this is not right. For if we are talking about pan-India teachers training, we can't gather all the teachers at one place, right? So that's what we have did it virtual. So we can connect with all the teachers from Kashmir to Kerala,
Yes,
from
sir. Yes, sir. It's right. It's
right.
right.
Even I can
Mm.
see in the chat box, teachers have joined from Andaman kind of teachers also joined, right? And
Yes,
people
sir.
teachers are right. So physically training will be possible if in future it will be from AIM side or from any other partner.
Yes,
Definitely
sir.
they will inform you, right?
Sir,
Yes.
my question is that, sir, because there is some basic ideas to provide the students is not sufficient from us. That's why we are offering for the offline training.
So what you can do, see, on these 10 days of teachers training, I think I have covered a lot of things. If you
So it's
follow
the
those,
all things are, sir, all things are provided in the say in website, AIMS website. What you have to done in this training. But sir, first of all, sir, one condition is there. The more of the students are not understanding properly. That's why I'm thinking you also take the some syllabus for this Atal Lab and some subjects also and some syllabus also is there. So
so
it's not.
Navratan, just so let me cover. So this is why we are training. This is why we are training the teachers. Now it's a teacher's responsibility to train the students. So that's why this teacher training is organized, so that teachers can convey the same thing to the
It's
students.
right, sir.
I
It's
think
right.
someone can you
But the
please?
syllabus, there is no syllabus for the Atal Lab students, no? That's why I'm asking to
No,
you.
this syllabus is for ATL labs. If you have gone through the ATL portal, there are a lot of contents that is for students, right? So that is now
How to
up to the
design
teacher. Now,
syllabus for the
so it's now
audio
it's now up to the teachers how to modulate that. So as I already I'll that's what I said ki you just have first visit AIMS portal. There are a lot of content which is
Yes, sir, I
meant
visit, sir. There is a lot of
teachers
things are
and
there.
for the for the teachers and for the students. So that's what we have organized this teachers training, so that first we will understand about all these things, what are the resources, where they are available, and then we will go on through all these topics, then we will convey the same to our students. So that's what I'm saying. As a teacher, it's my role to learn some basic concepts from there, and the same I can pass to my students, right? Yes. So I hope this one is cleared. Yeah. Who is next?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Viraj
Thank you
or
so much.
Harsha? Yeah. Welcome. So teacher, this session is over from our end. So if you want to leave, you can. Before, I hope all of you have marked your attendance, feedback, and you have done your assessment also. Yes. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we will close this call.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Wait. Who's first?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
My name
hello.
is Unki,
Yes.
and due to the time management, I have recently joined the chat group, and
ATL, sir.
I want to ask,
No.
is the recording available offline?
Madam, that's what I said. You can mark your attendance and you can, I will share all the recordings over there, those who are joining with us, right? So the teachers, those who are joining in mid of the session or half of the session, that's what I request. You just mark your attendance and I'll share the recordings over the mail. And also there's an assessment form. You can please request you to please fill the assessment form after check the recording by today onwards, and we will close the assessment by today, right?
Yes,
After this
I have completed the attendance form, and I want to. I was trying to join the WhatsApp group, but it was full, so I was able to connect.
You can text to the admin. They will add you in another group, right? You can share it. There's one more group. I think you can just text to the admin right over WhatsApp. They can add you over other group also. Yeah. Any other question? Yes, Dambar Singh.
सर नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार।
मेरा कहना था कि जो अटल इंचार्ज हैं उनके लिए ऑनरेरियम कितना है और उसका कोई लेटर है?
सर देखिए, आपसे मैं वही रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप अगर पोर्टल पे जाते हैं तो वहाँ पे ऑनरेरियम के लिए अलग से एक सेक्शन है, उसमें उन्होंने पूरा डिटेल्ड में लिखा हुआ है। तो आप मैंने कल के सेशन में वो चीज़ कवर भी की थी, एंड यू कैन जस्ट विजिट ओवर देयर ATL लैब में जो उनके हाउ टू फंक्शनैलिटी, उसमें उन्होंने सब मेंशन किया हुआ है ऑनरेरियम को लेके।
सर मेरा गवर्नमेंट वाला सर असेसमेंट लेना भेज दो ना, तो उसमें ये प्रॉब्लम आती है कि वो ऑनरेरियम निकालने के लिए उसका कोई प्रोसीजर है या ऐसे ही निकाल लेना है?
You have to mention। मैं आपकी आवाज रिपीट हो रही है, एक सेकंड में आपको वही मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि आप एक बार उस पर विजिट कीजिए, उन्होंने पूरा
सर
प्रोसेस
असेसमेंट लिंक प्लीज शेयर असेसमेंट लिंक।
मैं आई एम शेयरिंग।
सुनो, चेतन कल सामान पूरा ले गया।
So that's what I'm requesting you, just visit over there. Over there you can see the process। आपको पूरा प्रोसेस मिलेगा उसमें, कैसे आपको वो चीज लेना है,
क्या करना है आपने, घर जाना है। हाँ भाई,
मैं आपको सर असेसमेंट लिंक आपको मैं दे रहा हूँ, एक सेकंड।
ठीक है, एक वीडियो देख
सर प्लीज शेयर द डे 1 रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो सर।
कौन सा बच्चे हो गया आपने?
I have already shared in the chat box, but
सर गुड आफ्टरनून सर, प्लीज शेयर डे 1 रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो, एनी लिंक इज देयर।
सर उसका कोई ऑथेंटिक लेटर भेज दीजिए ऑनरेरियम वाला।
सर मैं आपसे वही रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ। आप अगर हमारा डे 1 का आप देखेंगे उसमें मैंने पूरा
नहीं सर, वो मैंने पूरा देखा है, वो मैंने सुना भी था, लेकिन हमारे पास ऑथेंटिक लेटर नहीं है, तो हमारी अथॉरिटी ये कहती है ऑथेंटिक लेटर दो हमें।
नहीं, लेटर के लिए आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं, आप एम की क्वेरी पोर्टल पर डालिए, वहां से आपको मिलेगा। आई एम नॉट द राइट पर्सन टू शेयर द लेटर। तो आप
Okay,
वहाँ पे उनको, हाँ, आप डॉक्यूमेंट प्रोसेस के थ्रू आप करिए, आप रिक्वेस्ट कीजिए ओवर द मेल, देन वो आपको वहाँ से प्रोवाइड कर पाएंगे। ऐसे वर्चुअली मैं कॉल पे नहीं कुछ सपोर्ट कर सकता फॉर दिस।
Okay, thanks, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thanks, sir.
So I think we are closing this call.
मैं देख लूंगा और नहीं समझ में।
Yeah. So teachers, thank you for today's session, and tomorrow I hope we will be covering a lot of topics. Please log in, join on time. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sir, please also share day 1 recorded videos. Day 1.
I'll share over the mail. I'll share over the
Thank
mail.
you, sir.